students. Today let us discuss the next topic of evolution, that is Lamarckism. As the name suggests, the concept of Lamarckism regarding evolution was given by a great scientist of his time, that is Jean Baptiste de Lamarck. He was one scientist who, along with Treviranus, gave the word biology. He wrote a remarkable book also named as Philosophie Zoologique. Philosophie Zoologique was a tremendous book written by Lamarck in year 1809. According to the Lamarck, the concept of Lamarck, there are basically four factors which are responsible for evolution to be occurred. The basic concept of Lamarckism is this. Point number one, that the basic thing regarding evolution, that the effect of environment and the new needs. Effect of the environment and new needs. To understand this concept, we should know that each organism have some internal vital forces which are acting inside his body, and the new needs or the presence of these forces have the tendency to increase the size of the organism or the entire body. So with the passage of time, size of the organism increased. This is the first concept, that is effect of environment and new needs. The second concept given by Lamarck was the internal vital forces. Internal vital forces, when we say, we mean that some internal forces are present in all the organism, and these forces, presence of these forces in the organism results in increase in the size of the body. Not only this, the new needs also leads to change in size as well as structure of the organism. The third point which was discussed by Lamarck was this, the use and disuse of organ, which was a controversial point. Use and disuse of organs. According to Lamarck, if an organ is constantly used, then there is a tendency that the size of the particular organ which is constantly used, it increases. But this is not necessarily true in all the cases. Use and disuse of organs can be exemplified by long neck of giraffe, which we will discuss after some time. The next point which was discussed by Lamarck regarding evolution is that inheritance of the acquired characters. Inheritance of the acquired characters. According to this point, during the time of an organism, new characters develop in the due course of time. New characters develops in the due course of time, and these new characters are inherited, means they are transmitted from one generation to the next generation, and with this the characters are transferred. These acquired characters are inherited frequently in all the organisms, and continuous inheritance through many generations of these acquired characters tend to make the new generation quite different from the parent generation. New generation will be different from the old generation as a result of evolution. When we want to discuss the examples in support of the above mentioned 4 points, they are: number one, as I discussed just now, there is long neck and large forelimbs of giraffe. The first point is long neck and large forelimbs of giraffe. At the time, in the old times, when there was mainly herbs and shrubs were dominantly present on the earth. Each animal was dependent on these herbs and shrubs. So there was a competition for food. This competition led to struggle for existence. According to Lamarck, giraffe was one of the herbivore animal which was also dependent on these herbs and shrubs. So he preferred, means the giraffe preferred to take his food from longer trees rather than the short herbs and shrubs. As a result of this, he extended his neck and legs over the trunk of the tree. Slowly and gradually, the size of neck and legs it increased, and this increase in the size was transmitted. This character was transmitted to the next generation of giraffe. So, with the in the due course of time, the size of neck as well as legs it went up, and today what we see giraffe is actually an animal which was just like a goat according to Lamarck in the older times. So this is the evolutionary significance of Lamarck's theory regarding giraffe. The next example which we can discuss over here is the aquatic birds stretch their toes and develop webs. This is the next example of aquatic birds like duck. They have webbed feet. Now this web in their feet it helps in swimming in water. So when duck migrated from land to aquatic life, basically these are actually birds which prefers to live on trees, but due to struggle they prefer the aquatic environment for food, shelter, mates and all, and due to the need for swimming, the web developed in between the digits of duck. Another example which proves the inheritance of the acquired characters, particularly the characters which are beneficial for the species, is regarding the snakes. Snakes are having cylindrical rounded body, and this body do not have any limbs. This is why. It is because that they prefer to live in burrows, particularly burrows created by rodents, that is mouse, etc. They eat the mouse and enters in the burrows, the whole tunnel. Now, if there would have been limbs in the snake, it would be difficult for the snake to enter into the burrow. So, not having limbs is an advantage for snake for the smooth movement on the earth. Similarly, deer is a good runner on earth. It is because his streamlined body and strong limbs that deer can run so fast. Similarly, the retractile claws of carnivorous animals. Retractile means these are the claws which can be taken inside the footpad whenever needed, and if needed they can be thrown out of the footpad. So these claws are used whenever it is needed, particularly for tearing the meat or flesh during predation. So these are the 4-5 examples in support of Lamarckism. But these 4-5 examples do not have a strong scientific support.